Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. I think it's time to talk to the Baron, one of the major characters in this location. I think we have a couple more clues. So these crates of Iceline have been stolen from the excavation, and we found a couple. Some were found at the entrance to the Flock of Repentance Sanctuary, and some were found in the Diver's headquarters. Followers of the Flock of Repentance rarely suffer from nightmares. Pain and suffering help them sink into oblivion. What else do we have here? Another conclusion. Confessor Etzima suffered unhealing wounds, resulting in his being elevated to the status of a holy martyr, spoken to by the God Emperor himself. Alright. Interesting. What else do we have here? The twisted teachings of the Flock of Repentance are spreading through Marisportum, namely, that the Emperor desires cruel and bloody torture. Well, it's pretty clear that these are heretics. Claims that the God Emperor himself sends him religious visions. Another heresy. The people of Marisportum have come to believe that pain and suffering are the answer to all their problems. Alright. The Flock of Repentance seized the supply of explosives from the excavation site. They strengthened their position in the settlement, resulting in a surge of new recruits joining their ranks. Interesting. What else do we have? New details about Preacher Dirkus, Sister Septima's agent sent to the Marisportum sector is to gather information. Shaved head, plate on forehead, bearing an aquila, dressed in a Flock of Repentance herald's robe. And I believe that's it. Updated identifying features for Dirkus. Alright. Demolition, we can't demolish this wall because we don't have a metal charge, unfortunately. Marisportum has fallen beneath the heel of humanity's greatest foe, indolence. Having spurned his covenants, the despicable worms have grown weak as they wallow in filth. Only fervent penance will grant you salvation. Blessed pain will cleanse your souls, washing away the filth of depravity in a torrent of blood. Okay, so these cutscenes, of course, will be voice acted in the final version of the game. This is just an alpha build. Alright, how do we enter do we enter this location? Oh, Dorcas might be here. Alright, this might be the one. Septima's agent has been corrupted, maybe. The menu approach has no plate. Oh. The menu approach has no plate in his forehead. When he sees you, he rips up in terror, so it wasn't him. Okay, he could be here. Oh, so the Baron's Den is right here on the other side. This is where the Flock of Repentance Church cult, in fact, is. Well, oh, these goods are somewhere around here. Can we load the rope? Oh god. Okay. We need mobility. Nice. Okay. Nice. We got it. Medkits, frag grenades, and fire grenades. Perfect. What else? More medkits. More gargasam. And these are for sale. Alright. I'm gonna give you a grenade. Okay. This is a dead end apparently. Okay. Alright, we can go up. Oh. The chances are pretty low. Almost 50-50, but we got it. Again. Alright. So what's this? Oh. So this is the location that Latir was looking for. Right. Find a place hidden from prying eyes. Alright. Let's see what's happening. The xenos enters the shabby dwelling and goes still. After a few moments, he nods. Yes, this is one of the suitable places. The currents of the Imperium are strong here. You should keep your distance. The ritual will not tolerate any interference, and a song that slips free from its notes could be perilous. Here, in this hovel, as a rule, your pitiful kind are too deaf to perceive the notes of the Imperium. I am not surprised that one of you latched into the idea of erecting a dwelling right here, where the will is at its thinnest. Perhaps they liked vivid dreams. Work faster. Wow. The Eldari makes a sweeping gesture with his arm, and the space around him fills with a strange vibration, as if the air itself is trying to turn into a string and sing. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. A man in soiled clothes and with a stump for an arm cranes his neck boldly, trying to peer inside. Is that one from the flock? Is he here to consecrate our houses? You idiot. The upper hybrids must have finally sent someone to help with this flood, right? The onlooker seems ready to jump out of his boots just to see what is going on in the squalid dwelling. Please stand back for your own safety. Ooh. I hope I'm not failing this. I did fail it. Like I'd believe that someone in Marisportum looking out for their fellows. Come on, show me what you're hiding. Get out of the way. What's going on? Curiosity killed the cat. Emerging from his trance, Lartir shakes his head as if to get rid of ringing in his ears. What is this? Monkey disrupting the ritual? I did warn you. What have you managed to learn here? Not much. The monkey settled, lived, and died here for generations. The strata are permeated with scraps of the songs of their souls. Faint though they may be, they are numerous. Your masters multiply suffering to dull the senses, but before dull indifference comes anguish. I hear it, an unimaginable devastating amount. Scintilla is a hive world. There are billions of people here. I have no idea how you managed to get into the city by yourself. My kin helped me reach the star system. From there I traveled in secret, using my powers to erase my very presence from the minds of the monkey. Too few possess the gift among your kind, so my journey was not overshadowed by the threat of discovery. You couldn't care less about human lives, could you? As long as they stay out of your way. Do you care about your kind? Lati poses. Nothing I have seen on this world in my brief sojourn suggests that monkeys feel any empathy or care for their own. Why should other species treat you any differently? You are lucky to find Millicentilia and gain an ally. Or did she find you? I will let Inquisitor Millicentilia herself reveal the details of our meeting if she deems it necessary. For now, enough questions. Are you ready to leave this place? I wish it were true, but no, I need to hear more songs. Let's continue our search. Alright. I wonder if we didn't fail that check, maybe we could have learned more. Alright, let's see if this is Dorcus. It's not. I'm not Dorcus. But I long to be like him. Gracious God Emperor, send me the suffering that Brother Dorcus endures. Weird. Alright. So this is not Dorcus. Okay, there's another possibility of him being this person right here. If he's not, we'll check out Baron Stan, I guess. Oh, let me check something. I did check this guy, and he's not Darkus. This is Baron Stan. No outsiders in the warehouse. Okay, we can't enter the warehouse. Baron Stan. More goods to sell. Oh. The ancient load-bearing wall was preserved when the towns were converted into a refuge. This guy is dead? Rigging out of the Owlcat. The man pays you no mind. He's not dead. He isn't dead. Jugface. Oh. No suitable items. Alright. The word traitor is carved into the corpse chest. Hunger has stripped the prisoners of their humanity, leaving behind only withered husks. The entire den is built upon compressed rubbish. These tunnels could collapse at any moment, burying everyone inside. Oh. Oh, got a rustic key, a one key for removing augmentations, and Bandit Vox recording. Oh yeah, unfortunately, there's no voice acting, so we need to read. Alright, Greybeard, it's me, I'm you. If you're hearing this, then the rots got to our brains, and you've forgotten everything. Listen up, this is important. 2 of the turrets are fakes. One of them's got a bottle stashed in it. It's the best red shine you can find in this bastard swamp. Better than the swill the Baron knocks back when he thinks no one's looking. Anyway, focus. The turrets open with a combi tool built into Horst's prosthetic. The key will help you detach it. Horst hasn't got long left, you'll find him in the infirmary. Just don't lose your marbles before he does. From one turret, you take the red shine, and don't you dare take a swig, it's for business. In the other, I'll leave the code for the cogitator in the production zone. I've got the digits, but not the order. Old Jackface knows it. Though give him the red shine. That'll loosen his tongue. He sold his own grandmother to the guardsmen for a bottle of that stuff. The code changes every few turns. Don't drag your feet. Enter the code in the cogitator, a door will open. One of the shifts has a stash in there. Watch your steps for tripwires, got it? There's another bunch who think no one's looking. But in this hole, even the walls have eyes. I'm those eyes. You got me? You get me? There'll definitely be injectors in the stash. Grab them and get out of there. We'll sell them, get ourselves to the mid-level sectors and live easy. Good luck. Don't you dare mess this up. Interesting. I wonder what the turrets are. This looks like a turret. An unmarked crate is filled to the brim with canisters, their lids screwed on tightly. Alright, what's this? Oh, alright. Inside, the translucent liquid bubbles giving off a smell that makes your jaw clench. This is another turret. Okay, so this is the Baron. Maul, the giant, boar-looking up-human, blocks your path. His clothes, stitched together from bandit rags, can barely contain his massive belly. As you approach, he gets the words out lazily. No goings up, won't let you. Orders. The bandit next to the Ogryn interrupts impatiently. Whoever is in charge can go upstairs. The rest of you stay here. Obtaining an Ogryn bodyguard is not easy even for officers of the Astra Militarum. How did you end up working for the Baron? The Ogryn eyes bore into you. After an uncomfortably long pause, he says more morosely, I not like riddles. What other orders did the Baron give you? The Ogryn thinks for a moment, ignoring the bandit's warning grimaces. He said not to go to the swamp. There's feral peoples and angry mutants. I want to hit them hard, but I got orders. The bandit shakes his head so fiercely it looks like he might snap his own neck. There was no order like that. The Ogryn turns to the bandit, his bushy eyebrows furrowing. There was, and they say more stupid. Why can't all of us go upstairs? The Ogryn shrugs. A feral man gave Baron a big wound. You attacks, Baron loses, but Baron's smart. He said not to let anybody goes up. The bandit's eyes widen in horror and he quickly clears his throat to get your attention. The Baron will only speak to the leader. The rest of you don't deserve to meet him. What is it you're looking at? Who goes? Baron said watch who goes. I think I can convince you not to follow the Baron's orders. Try. Cog, persuade him. Cog confidently strides forward. Before you can react, he raises a fist and thumps the other Ogryns on the head. Do as the commander says, or you'll get smacked on the head. But I already got smacked. Then you'll get smacked more. To substantiate his words, Cog raises his fist for a new strike. Alright. The big-bellied Ogrin shrinks under Cog's commanding tone and rubs the growing bump on his head. Mole's not stupid. Tell me what to do. I think I'm going to tell him to move. Charge goes up. No charge goes up. Mole's not stupid. Alright. So you can actually send him in the swamp. Interesting. The Baron. The man known as the Baron stares at you through a haze of low smoke. Rough, weather-beaten skin stretches over his bony face, which still hints at his former good looks, and a deep scar bisects one clouded eye. The smell of sweat and promethium rolls off his rangy body. The man smirks with a somewhat manic look and takes a deep drag of his low stick before opening his mouth. Well, well, more upper-hivers. You've been drawn to our God Emperor Forsaken Marisportum lately. He breaks off into a deep hacking cough. Okay, we succeeded at a 60% metal check. The barking cough, coarse speech, and off-putting appearance, he plays the part of seedy lowlife very convincingly, but the Baron gives you an intent look that sweeps over you in a fast and brutal fashion. Though his gaze is clouded by some stimulant, whoever this man is, he is not like the rest of the rabble that inhabits this place. You know where you are. The Baron waves his low stick as he gestures at the space around you. And you know who I am. The grimy fingers gripping the rolled tube come to rest in an affected pose on his chest. So why would genteel folk like ourselves waste time on how do you do's? Why are you here, Upper Hiver? To crow about saving my diverse salty hides? I've been told you handle the ferals well enough. I'll give you that, and as a reward, I'm granting you an audience with yours truly. No need to thank you. Tell me about this place. Who are you? Should the attention of an upper hive flatter me or scare me? I don't know what to do with myself. I'll just say that my business is to dig up long-forgotten treasures that lie in the dirt beneath the feet of the Lords of the Spires, and that's how I serve the God Emperor. Any tools are good in the struggle against the enemies of humanity, as long as they do not come to us from the hands of those very enemies. Are you aware of what happened at the excavation site on the outskirts of Marisportum? Excavation? The one those other upper hybrid pals of yours are messing around with? The Baron grins. I don't know what's going on over there, and I don't want to. Anyone sniffing about within 100 meters gets shot for their trouble. Whatever they're up to, it can't be any good. You think I'm stupid enough to stick my nose in and send my people there? We don't have enough hands as it is to keep things ticking over here, so leave off with your assuming. But think about it, the Baron lunges forward sharply. If something did happen, then you're looking in the wrong place. Ursimus and his lunatics from the flock are bad news, Upper Hiver. They've caused all the trouble they can in Marisportum, and they've decided to try their teachings on Upper Hivers instead. Do you know someone by name Rufinus? I'm looking for him. The Baron raises his eyebrows. In Marisportum, anything that isn't nailed down goes missing as soon as you turn your back. That includes people, like this Rufinus of yours. Never heard of him, by the way. His leg is augmented below the knee, his left leg. Do you really think I keep a record of every down and out who's missing a limb? The Baron pupils constrict for a second as though he has just remembered something. Well, I don't, alright. You've never seen this man? Show the picture of Rufinus. Never seen him before, but I'd remember that burnt face if I had. People say there are bog beasts on the outskirts of Marisportum. Is that so? The Baron takes a deep drag before continuing. Do you know what else they say? That bad obscura takes you on an unforgettable ride. I knew someone who swore up and down that he'd met Saint Sibelius on the street and shook his hand, even had the sacred marks burned all over his palm. He spits out a puff of smoke. But what I say is, when you're out of it and puking up your guts in an alley, don't go leaning on any thermal pipes. You don't look well, fresh on troubling you? You know, Appetizer, I'm almost flattered that you're concerned about my health. The Baron smirks and pulls a small injector from his pocket. Once the black sludge is in his body, he visibly relaxes. One of the ferals came up with the idea of taking me out with a piece of sharpened pipe. Now he's up there hanging from my ceiling as a decoration. About the man I'm looking for. Okay, he didn't say anything. I'm looking for a preacher named Durkus. Do you know anyone by that name? At the mention of the preacher, the Baron spits on the floor in disgust. I hope he died in an alley or jumped into the sea like the people he brainwashed over the last few cycles. That one is the most deranged out of all the Ersimus bastards, while the rest of the fanatics are preaching their throats out. He takes special pleasure in pulling teeth and nails out of those who can't fight back. Here's some free advice, Upper Harbor. You find that scumbag, crush him under your boot. Marisportum will still be the same shithole, but will have one less third in it. Calling yourself a baron in a place like this is absurd. You're saying the rebel who crawl in the mud under the Upper Highway's feet should only ever refer to themselves with utter disrespect? Well, submit a complaint to the Administratum on Terra. I'm kind of the boss here in Marisportum, so the title of baron suits me down to the ground. And how did you manage to become the boss of an entire hab zone? Why? You don't think I have a face for leadership? The Baron gently stroked his ugly scar. It just happened that when Marisportum was flooded by the first seaquake, the pious bastards, the lawmen, and the guardsmen all up and left and sealed the gate behind them. Who do you think stopped the carnage over supplies? Who got the divers and the common laborers back to work? Who threw the looters out of town? The ones who just wanted to run amok and wait for the next seaquake to wash away the half zone for good. Yours truly, me and my carvers. I didn't have much of a choice. Someone had to do something. I hear the locals are being tormented by nightmares. How do your gang cope with that? Well, I created Carcassonne, and that stuff doesn't just increase the strength and hardiness of my idiot underlings. It also stops them from sleeping. No sleep means no nightmares. No nightmares means everyone's just fine. Everyone in Marisportum is trying to get their hands on a few drops of my treasure. You know? Am I right in thinking that all the local bandits follow you? No, that's not right. Mine are the quiet ones in the colors with the luminous tattoos. They keep order and keep the rowdy ones in check. But there are enough freaks in Marisportum who have taken up arms and decided that they don't answer to me or even him. Gangs of them calling themselves ferals. When my people see them, they take them out. I advise you to do the same. No one would miss them. What can you tell me about the flock of repentance? The Baron's expression changes. Ersimus and his lunatics. We're drowning, and they're only adding to our problems. The Upper Hivers wrote us off the moment the first seaquake put everything underwater. But I saw an opportunity, and the locals keep working for the good of him and Marisportum, so that we don't all die. But to work, you have to have at least some strength. You're allocated 4 hours of sleep and cornstarch gruel. But these holy men are wandering around Marisportum and shouting that we need to mutilate our flesh, beat ourselves to bloody lumps, and stop eating altogether. How is that any way to serve the God Emperor? What about the divers? Kaubi and her lot? Sloggers who work themselves to the bone for his glory. Nice lads, only they prefer to keep to themselves. The dregs of Marisportum don't tend to look kindly on anyone who's different. I want to know more about Gargasan. It's funny. Who would have thought that at the bottom of the stinking puddle that washes over Marisportum there would be shit more valuable than plasteel. Shit that only local divers can get their hands on. Shit that upper hybrids will fight each other to get. Out of the mud and waste I created Gargasam, a treasure for the nobles of the spires. And that's the only reason they haven't burned this place to the ground. And because I'm pure before the God Emperor, and I keep everyone around me pure too. You supply stimulants to the noble houses of Sibarus? Which houses? Would I be pure before him and myself if I denounced my friends up a harbor? And would people follow a rat? The Baron pensively pops out a ring of smoke. I don't think so. That's enough about Marisportum. Oh, what do you want to talk about? Tell me about this place. Go out to the front and look down. You'll see everything you need to know. Marisportum is caught between the upper levels that send rubbish and sewage pouring into this place and the sea that will someday swallow the place whole. Even if that happens, the upper hivers will show up and tell us to grow gills so they can work at sewage plants underwater. The people are surviving. I'm helping them. Me and my Karkasam. I must go. Alright. Don't think we obtained too much information. Let's see. I was expecting a lot more info. The Baron manufactures the combat stimulant known as Gargasam. Yes. Yeah, I think that's the only thing we learned. Alright. Let's see if we can find those two big turrets. Oh, and this is the cogitator that we can activate, but we need a code first. Alright. Okay, so these are the two fake turrets. We need a red shine. Oh. Let's take this. Okay, so from one turret you take the red shine, in the other I'll leave the code for the cogitator. Okay, so that was the code. So this is the code for the cogitator, but the order of the numbers is different. Okay, I think there's something here. Well, there's nothing apparently. What about here? Nothing. Okay, we have more turrets here. Nope. 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 Well, what gives? Are there any more turrets that we can check? Okay, there's another one here. There you go. This is the red shine. Let's give the red shine to Jackface. Now we're talking. Red shine, you're actually alright. Upper highball. Now that's a drinking worthy of the God Emperor himself. Listen, I'll tell you a secret. Scar's got a stash near the cogitator code locked 6-digit. The first 3 start from the smallest and go up. And then the other 3 start from the biggest and go down. You find the numbers, we split the slash, yeah? Alright. Interesting. So this is the cogitator, I believe, and this is the stash. Let me see the code. So it should be 245986, right? Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 9, 8, 6. For a few moments nothing happens, but the combination seems to flicker on the bit screen. 245986. Finally, the machine spirit kindly accepts your input and the code is replaced by the words access granted. Oh. Goods. Ooh, money. Nice. And Gorgosan. Alright. There should be something here too. Oh. Oh my god. Alright. What's this? Okay, we need to rest at some point to get rid of that injury. Okay. I wonder what we need. Oh, the other door. think there's anything else here. Oh. Okay, we actually managed to disarm that trap. The walls of the empty socket have fresh marks left by a lever. Alright, so we need a lever. We need a lever. Alright. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. Oh. Oh. Medicaid kit and boots of masochism. Whenever the wearer is hit for the first time in a round, they gain +1 morale. I think no, I don't have any boots. All right. Oh, this is slightly better. But this is for a melee character. The Unbreakable. This is a heavy armor. Alright, now we have some armor. I think that's it. Reliable Alaskan. There you go. Shotgun. Okay. We need sleight of hand to get a lever. Alright, let me save the game first. I got it. I got it. Alright. Is this strapped too? It is strapped. All right. Yes, we successfully disarmed the trap, and we got a gilded locate, dress gloves, and a pyro armor. The wearer's plasma and metal weapon attacks. Don't think I have those kind of weapons. This is a laser weapon. Yep. All right. Laser weapon, yeah. All right. The dress clothes. We have Fellowship 5. Determines the character's presence, assertiveness, and ability to influence the surrounding. It's pretty clear these are for the acolyte. Alright. I think we are done here for the moment. Let's go to Sister Septima's camp first. I need equipment, stellar junk. I have 900 things. I wanna buy some melter charges. 2 machine rights sets. 1 multi-key. Yeah. Oh, these are very good. What else do we have? Howling Banshee Cloak. Hits with the melee attack or the charge ability. Each of their subsequent attacks, this is an additional damage to armor ability until the end of turn. Stacks. Oh, these are for the cloak is for the Wayseeker. Wow, and an armor for Ogrin. Ooh, that's a lot of great equipment. Anyway, alright. More great equipment. Deadly chainsword. Plasma pistol. The Reaper. This weapon deals additional vital damage whenever the wielder kills an enemy. With this weapon, they gain agility bonus, a movement points for 1 round. Katakan combat bullets. Okay. Alright. I'm going to wrap up this. I'm going to wrap up this episode here. We'll continue. I'll be looking for a place to crash so we can get rid of the permanent wound. And then we'll continue our investigation. I think we absolutely need to find Darkus. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching and see you in the next episode. Take care, bye bye.